Hey everyone, we've just received groundbreaking images of 3i Atlas that fundamentally alter our perception of this enigmatic object. Captured on November 11th, 2025, these last-minute observations reveal something truly astonishing. Despite having passed perihelion 2 weeks prior, 3i Atlas remains a cohesive entity, exhibiting no signs of fragmentation. The images you're currently viewing were taken by David Jwitt and Jane Lau using the Nordic Optical Telescope, which features a primary mirror measuring 2.56 meters in diameter and is situated in La Palma, Canary Islands. And folks, this changes everything. But what implications do these new images hold? Avi Lowe has just published a striking article on his blog that delves into these observations, presenting results that are nothing short of explosive. Not only does Lowe confirm that the object has stayed intact, but his calculations dismantle any standard explanation regarding the nature of this interstellar visitor. Let's explore the analysis that could redefine our understanding of what is truly visiting our solar system. According to Lowe, the glow around 3i Atlas displays a distinct elongation, pointing at a position angle of 106 degrees, quite close to the projected sunward direction of 115 deg. This mirrors an image obtained by the Hubble Space Telescope on July 21, 2025, which already indicated an anti-tail directed toward the Sun. The latest images also reveal a subtler asymmetry at an angle of 301 degrees near the projected anti-solar direction of 295 degrees. At the time of observation, 3i Atlas was positioned 1.43 astronomical units from the Sun and 2.16 astronomical units from Earth. To provide some context, the area depicted in the image spans about 500,000 kilometers in width. Lowe clarifies that the long-range jet structures observed in recent wide-field images are likely absent in this dataset due to the use of an RBN filter, which filtered out most of the gaseous emission lines from the jets. And now we arrive at the point where Lowe dismantles the conventional logic. He notes that considering the recently reported large-scale jets, it is astonishing that 3i Atlas remains a singular object for a natural comet. Take a look at these impressive figures that Lowe presents. Large-scale images of 3i Atlas reveal jets extending around 1 million kilometers towards the Sun and a remarkable 3 million kilometers in the opposite direction. Lowe explains that for a natural comet, the outflow velocity of the jets would be approximately 0.4 km/s, similar to the sound speed of gas at the distance of 3i Atlas from the Sun. At that rate, the jets would need to persist for about 1 to 3 months in order to achieve these distances. However, this is where Lowe's calculations become particularly devastating. Since the jets directed towards the Sun were halted by the solar wind at about 1 million kilometers, Avi Lowe calculated their mass density to be several million proton masses per cubic centimeter at this location, relative to 3i Atlas. By multiplying this mass density by the outflow speed, we arrive at a staggering mass flux of 5 billion tons per month for an area of 1 million kilometers per side. Now, pay attention to what follows because this challenges any traditional explanation concerning natural comets. The sublimation of carbon dioxide ice demands an energy input of 600 joules per gram to sublimate roughly 5 billion tons of CO2 throughout the 1-month perihelion passage duration. Hence, 3i Atlas would need to absorb at least 3x 10 or 18 joules of energy. At its perihelion distance, the Sun delivered 700 joules per square meter per second to account for all this energy. This would necessitate an absorption surface greater than 1/600 kilometers. To put this in perspective, that equals the surface area of a sphere with a diameter of 23 kilometers, 4 times larger than the maximum diameter of 5.6 kilometers and estimated for 3i Atlas based on Hubble Space Telescope data. If we consider water ice instead of carbon dioxide, the required diameter skyrockets to an astounding 51 kilometers. Avi Lowe then highlights a key detail. On the nuclei of natural comets, pockets of ice often cover only a small percentage of the total surface area. This makes the numbers he calculated completely untenable for 3i Atlas. As a single object that has remained intact and not fragmented into multiple pieces. In simpler terms, a natural comet simply cannot generate this volume of ejected material while maintaining its observed size. Avi Lowe then gets straight to the crux of the matter with a compelling critique. This situation introduces a new anomaly regarding 3I Atlas that must be addressed by those who wish to dismiss its peculiarities within the confines of traditional knowledge regarding solar system comets, rather than exploring alternative possibilities. Avi Lowe then cites Albert Einstein. Knowledge is realizing that the street is one way. Wisdom is looking in both directions. As Lowe clearly articulates, there exists a fundamental new anomaly that warrants explanation. Perhaps it is time to heed Einstein's advice and look both ways down the street. What are your thoughts on Lowe's recent analysis? Do the figures persuade you that our understanding of 3I Atlas is fundamentally flawed? Share your theories in the comments and be sure to subscribe to the channel as this story continues to unfold.